A humanitarian catastrophe, thousands of victims and hundreds of thousands of refugees. The situation in the Democratic Republic of Congo is getting worse by the day. A week after rebels seized the million-strong city of Goma in the east of the country, the UN released a report showing that Rwandan-backed militias there are committing war crimes and genocide. The clues also lead to Russia, which may be transferring armaments to the rebels. Reports from Goma are shocking. One of Congo's largest cities fell into the hands of rebels, who launched an anti-government offensive a week ago. The Rwandan-backed militias are very well equipped and armed. According to some analysts, they use black market weapons supplied by the Russians. The rebel leaders maintain that their goal is to free the country from corrupt authorities.
We are going to struggle until we restore democracy. But for all this, our projects is named from a failure state to a modern state, whereby we want to create, to make Congo as a business land. Living in peace.
Congolese authorities maintain, however, that the militants are primarily concerned with taking control of mines that extract rare minerals.
Congo alleges that the Rwanda-backed rebels, known as M23, want to take control of the country's natural resources. But Rwanda says that Congo is protecting perpetrators of the 1994 genocide who fled into Congo years ago fearing reprisals.
Congolese authorities claim to be in control of the situation and are preparing for a counteroffensive against Goma. The rebels have announced a unilateral ceasefire, but according to Congolese authorities, it is a ploy. A vigorous, coordinated response is underway against these terrorists and their sponsor. Our brave armed forces, a symbol of courage and patriotism, are fully mobilized and ready to defend every inch of our territory. Except that this is propaganda. In reality, Congolese troops in many areas are deserting en masse or simply surrendering to the Rwandan army. The UN is calling for an immediate truce. Since the beginning of the uprising, nearly 24 peacekeepers have been killed in fighting with the rebels, which is perceived in Africa as a blunder by the Blue Helmets.
Silence the guns. Stop the escalation. Respect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Uphold international human rights law and international humanitarian law. There is no military solution.
For now, Rwanda is unwilling to acknowledge its involvement in the fighting, although its soldiers are actively supporting the militants. An eventual escalation and Kigali's full-scale involvement in the war could result in a massive exodus of civilians.